The baby teeth actually are very important in many aspects. First of all, the front teeth are very important for speech for children, and they don't fall out until they're like between the age of 5 to 7. And the back teeth or the posterior teeth, they're also important for chewing and keeping the space for the permanent teeth to come in. So if they are lost early, it can affect their speech or it can affect their crowding in the back teeth. White crowns are just like silver crowns, but they have the color of their teeth. They match the children's teeth, so they look like it's just like their teeth there, and they're durable. They're strong as well, and it works well, especially in the front teeth. So we're not placing silver teeth in the front teeth. The children, it really helps them with their confidence. Usually, crown is recommended when the cavity is larger than we expected. So let's say if the cavity is small, we can fill it with a filling. But if the cavity is too big to be restored with a filling, then that's when we use a crown to make sure that the tooth structure is covered with a crown. White crowns are definitely safe for children. They're either made out of the zirconia resin base, or they have porcelain in them. So they're just different material, and they're used. And then they have different techniques that silver crowns. White crowns stay on as long as the baby teeth are there, so they fall out with the baby teeth. And like let's say the front teeth, they fall out between age of 5 to 7. So if they're placed on the front teeth, they fall out between age of 5 to 7. If they're in the back teeth, or posterior teeth, they fall out between age of 10 to 12. Silver crowns feel the same as white crowns. They're the same. It's for the appearance, for the look. Like let's say front teeth. If they have silver teeth, kids might be, bullied at school, or they might not be happy when they go to school, and other kids they ask them about the silver teeth and the front teeth. So the back teeth might not show as much depending on the location. But normally, kids are just like, I say, and when they go to school, it's their friends or their classmates, they can notice them and then point it out to them. So I think it's good for parents might to consider the white crowns for the front teeth, especially. The white crowns do not affect their eating or their talking habits. They're the same as just like silver crowns. It's just the way they look, their aesthetics, and they just have the tooth color. But they don't make a difference in talking or eating habits. So if a damaged baby tooth is left untreated, it can cause many problems. First of all, let's say if a tooth just needs a filling, if it has a small cavity, the small cavity can grow into a larger cavity. So a tooth that needed a filling initially can now turn into a baby root canal and a crown. Or a tooth that needed a baby root canal and a crown initially now can turn into an infection over time if it's not treated. And infection can affect the child's overall health. So it's very important to take care of the cavities early on, so we can prevent the future problems with the children. And or if the child, needs to have a tooth removed early, let's say it's one of the back teeth, it can affect his or her chewing, and or can affect her school when she's at school, cause pain, just to miss class, and also for space maintaining.